doing today, Dad?
Well, you know the delphinium seed we collected earlier on, yesterday was it? But it wasn't long ago because you've got to plant them fresh. There we are, look. There they are. I'm going to plant them while they're fresh. So what you need is a seed. Oh, I keep turning my back on you. What you need is a seed tray. Now you could have a bigger one, but a little one will do for this. And you want some seed sowing compost. Well, here's some I prepared earlier. There you are. Look. Now, what you can do is mix your own. You can get ordinary compost from a garden centre and some sharp sand from a garden centre and mix it up till it's like that, look. Look at that. Fine and beautiful. Sandy. Now the sand will keep it from getting too sort of poggy, and the peats will keep the moisture in. So it's a balance between having it full of moisture and having it poggy. And what we need is a little flattener offer. There you see, flatten it off like that, look. Then press it down with a little presser. Now you can pay about 10 quid for a little presser in a National Trust. They'll sell you a little presser for 9 quid or so. Now you can make one of your own. A couple of bits of wood. There you are. There's a seed. There's a seed tray. Nice and flat. Now what you need to do is space your seeds out. You don't want them to be too close to each other. So sprinkle very slowly along like that, look. Like that. Just very, you can hardly see that because of the colour, but they're very thin. That's all you need to do on there. Then take your little presser, press, pressing them in. Now the next thing, and you can get this from a garden centre as well. There you are, look, vermiculite, very light, and you put that on the top, sprinkle that on the top. And that will retain the moisture, and it's very light. There, vermiculite. Can you remember that? Vermiculite. Now the last thing is to water them. Ah, no, it's not. Second to last thing, water them. Now get a tray of water, which I have already done. These are cat litter trays. And they're very useful for this. You put a bit of water in, that's that. Now, the vital thing is to label. Them, because otherwise, how are you going to remember what's in there? So what is it? Delph? What's the date? About 6th of August?
I don't know.
Well, I put the 5th of August. 15. Delph. Now I shall put on the back of this label Susan's, because that delphinium plant was given to me by my daughter Susan, and it's one of the most heavenly blue that you can get. So there we are. I shall have enough plants there to plant up the whole garden. Now this surplus seed, I shall bag that up and take that to the Hardy Plant Society seed exchange.
So how long do you have to wait for these to come up?
They will come up by Christmas.
And how often do you have to water them?
It depends on the weather and where you keep them.
Where should you keep them?
In a slightly shady place, free from wind.
Should you keep them in a greenhouse?
No. Keep them outside, but not where it's going to be windy.
And when should you plant them back in the garden?
They will be ready next spring to prick out as little plants about that big.
And then you can put them in the garden?
Keep them that next year, keep them in pots about that big.
For a year?
And then the following autumn, you can plant them out in the garden and you'll have good plants. It'll take about a year from now.